Communication so real, no cap. A different language for woman and man. Decode the language and you'll understand. Nah, it'll help you out. Rest assured, women have no doubt. Pillow talk, dinner talk. Give you the info to walk the walk. Nah, sometimes it's a foreign language. Now know what's up, don't mistake it. This'll help you every situation. Empower yourself, it's liberating, yeah. Communication, don't need no speculation. Just get that clarification, then reconciliation. Man translation, yeah. Man translation, yeah.
Welcome. Hello, welcome back to Man Translation. What's up, y'all? Here we go, another Sunday. This is the pre-week before my birthday. I have a birthday coming up this Friday. Coming up, June the 16th is my birthday. And no, I'm not going to tell you how old I'm going to be. Mind your business. I'm grown. That's it. That's all you need to know. Mind your business. So, welcome to Man Translation, where we talk about everything relationship, all things relationships, all kind of relationships. We have the hard conversations. We talk about stuff that you probably never heard before, but we're here to share our experiences, and we're here to just help you to live a better quality of life, make better decisions, understand what's going on in this crazy world that's going on here. Because you might not can't control what's going on outside, but you can control what's going on the inside of your house. You see what I'm saying? And the relationship build on the inside of your life and of your house. And that's all that really matters. That's all that matters. So we are the dynamic duo, mother and son. I'm Scott C, and this is Dante V, our relationship and communication strategist. Dante just came and visited because my granddaughter just had a birthday. She turned 2 years old, and he came and he visited. And it was really awesome because it brought back so many memories. Seeing Dante with his niece, because I had a really awesome relationship with my uncle growing up. And I can remember back being 3 years old and 4 years old and 5 and 6 and all the way up until adulthood, I had a relationship with my uncle. So it brought back so many wonderful memories, that he would come to Houston, Texas, all the way from, Maryland to spend time with his 2-year-old niece. So it was really special. We always have a great time when Dante comes. He's always a blessing, when he comes. And it was great. So
It was. Need to do it again real soon.
and you know what? And he reminds me so much of my uncle. My uncle had that type of personality. You ever have a person that when they come around, you love when they come around, and you hate to see them leave? Monte is, he's that type of person. Like you love for him to come around, and you hate to really, see him leave. So, yes. So, what we gonna be talking about today? We're gonna be talking about does he have good qualities or is he a good man? Girl, this is, and we like to talk about controversial stuff on this show too. We're not here really to agree. We're really here to share. Okay. We are here to hear your perspective because
Mm-hmm.
I think that people a lot of times take so many things out of context, whether it be spiritual things or natural things. One of the things we always do is give definitions. I think in relationships, we have to define what we are talking about because you can have your definition of something and I can have my definition of something. And one of the things that I've learned about agreement is agreement does not mean that you have to think like I think, see what I see, do what I say do, and even do it how I say do it. When I think of agreement in a spiritual term and a natural example, I think of music because I love music. I have an ear for music. And in music, every key has a distinct sound. And when you put those keys together in agreement, they make harmony and they make another sound. Call it a chord, But that's what agreement really means. Agreement doesn't take your identity away from you. Agreement doesn't mean I have to agree with your opinion, your perspective. Agreement means that we come together with all of our differences, all of our uniqueness, all of our perspectives, and we make a unique sound. We make we come together on one accord. And so this is not a place to argue. We're not here to debate. We are here because we appreciate your perspective. Your perspective is not wrong. It's just the way you see it. And
Mhm.
however it is that you feel, that's how you feel. And we need to know that. We need to know. So many times in communication, we think that the other person has to agree. No, all I have to do is listen. All I got to do is listen. I have to listen. And then eventually I will incorporate your perspective with my perspective because why? It's like another piece of the puzzle. So we need to stop
Right.
trying to make people think like how we think and see how we see and perceive how we perceive and comprehend like how we comprehend. No, that's control. And what did you
Mhm.
say? I tell you, that's a cult.
Yep.
It
Definitely
is.
cool. I ain't got time for that.
So this is not what we do here. We want to hear as many opinions and perspectives as we possibly can because I always look at it as like brainstorming. And brainstorming, what happens in brainstorming is we all come together and we make one big brain. I'm not even gonna get into the brain today. Y'all know how much I love the brain, right? But we all come together and we really put all of our ideas together and we become one big brain. And so don't think that there's a wrong answer or your perspective isn't right or whatever. We're just sharing excuse me, our own experiences and perspectives. Period.
Mhm.
Now, in my experience, now Dante, he doesn't agree. I don't believe that I believe in when I'm vetting a person to be in my life, I don't want him to just have good qualities. I want him to be a good man. I want him to be solid. I want him to be solid through and through. And I was talking to this about with my daughter to get her perspective. She's 21 and she said, "Well, mom, the devil has good qualities." I said, and the devil does have good qualities. The devil is intelligent. The devil is handsome, whether y'all know it or not. The devil was not red with horns. The devil was very handsome. The devil was intelligent. The devil can sing. Oh my God. The devil got that singing thing on lock. Okay. But he horrible. He a snake. On the inside, he black, dark, and evil. He's charming. But on the inside, he evil. So you want somebody that's good on the inside and good on the outside. You want a solid man. Solid. You don't want him to just have good qualities. So
All right. Let me have fun with this. One, you say solid. Rocks are solid, but yet they have some of them have little chinks, little holes in their armor, yet still solid. You spoke about the devil. Devil has good qualities. Okay, I give you that. But those qualities are also used for bad, not for good. So yeah, sing. You can sing his butt off. Okay, let's go with that. But what are we singing about? We singing about your damnation? We singing about killing people? We singing about hurting people? Yeah, you can sing. You got the octaves and the riffs and all that. But again, it's being used for bad. When someone has good qualities, and they're using them for good. I mean, granted, no one is 100%. No one's completely solid. We all have our things we need to work on, different flaws, whatever the case may be. But again, are we going to throw away someone because they have a flaw, or a chink. 9% of you, just again, 9% of you, good qualities, you're using it for good, but as you said earlier, he cheated. Okay. So that mean the whole man bad? Or what?
I would say that in the vetting process of a good man, you don't want a man that just has good qualities. How you going to deal with a man that has good qualities? He may be a great provider. He may make sure all the bills are paid. See, I look at that as this: whether he's single or in a relationship, he still got to pay the bills. The bills still got to get paid. If y'all live together or don't live together or whatever, let's just say y'all live together, and he's gonna pay the bills. If he live by himself, he gonna pay the bills. So it's like I'm not, to me, you need something of more. I always say substance. Yes, you're gonna throw him away because okay, yeah, he got good qualities, but you dealing with domestic violence. He has a temper. He don't know how to handle pressure. So let's just start at the list. I made put together some research and some lists, some little things to just kind of look for, and in the situation, because I was in the situation myself. We were talking about, you know, my husband had a lot of good qualities. He was very attentive. He polished my toenails. He clipped my toenails, polished my toenails, gave me, washed my back, gave me a bath, bought flowers, bought gifts all the time. He was very generous, very intelligent man, but he was a cheater. So is he really a good man? Can I depend on him? Did I get support? No, from him. He didn't want me to go to school, didn't want me to go to college, didn't want me to work, didn't want me to do anything. So it's not enough for the man just to have good qualities. He has to be a good man. Now, remember the movie Waiting to Exhale? And Whitney Houston played the part Savannah. And her mother said, he's a good man, Savannah. He's just in a situation. The man was married and trying to have a relationship with this woman. Did he have good qualities? Absolutely. He was a professional man. He was a handsome man. You know what I mean? He had a lot of good qualities. And I think that that's one of the things that women get caught up in. They get so caught up in a man having good qualities that they mistaken those good qualities for him being a good man. I think you can be a good man, have good qualities and be a horrible person.
Because I think we need to separate some things.
Okay, separate then.
So, is it fair to say this? And I'm not trying to put any words in anyone's mouth or anything of that nature. So, can we have good qualities but horrible character? Because that's different.
That's what I'm talking about.
But again, I'm separated too because I understand what you're saying. But someone coming in was like, "Well, he got good qualities, good person, good qualities, good person, but good qualities, horrible character." Because again, we can talk about Ted Bundy. Good qualities, smart guy, charmer, but a lot of women went missing. A lot of women was, unalive because of him. Horrible character.
That's what
Same
I'm
thing with
talking
John.
about. This
But,
character about the character. And I believe that the character of a man is what makes him a good man. To me, that's what makes him a good man. Now he might start out, if he's young and he's still developing his character, he could be young, he could have made some mistakes or whatever. He's, because you're young, you make mistakes, you do things, you learn. You know what I'm saying? Because character does have to be developed. And he can develop good character, but I think too many women just get caught up in the good qualities. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
They get too caught up in the good qualities, don't really don't really know whether he has a good character or not. I don't want something like, I said before, I don't want to buy a piece of fruit that looks good on the outside and then when I cut it, it's rotten on the inside. So he has to have good characters as well as good qualities. He has to be a solid man. He has to be solid. So I think the first one is reliability. Does he call when he says he will? Does his action match his words? Does he deliver on promises? Remember that talk is cheap and that action speaks louder than words. This is
All
a
right.
big one. Big
Yeah.
one.
Does he call when he said he gonna call? Listen, I'm not. If I tell you he gonna call you back, enjoy the rest of your day. Everything else, I got you. But listen, I tell you, I'm gonna call you back. Hey, give me 5 minutes. Don't give me 5 minutes. Enjoy the rest of your day. Send me a text. Yes, but does this action like you should not? I had this conversation with someone before, and it's like if someone says they're going to do something, make them stand on it. If they're not able to stand on it, don't get mad, don't get upset. You're showing me who you are and what you're capable of. That's it. Don't come in here trying to give me the sweet words of, baby, I got you. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. A man should really only say that once, and then at that point, something should be produced from that conversation.
And see that's why, like, when you first meet people, that's why I was saying, like, these are the things that should be looking for. I think that when you first meet a person, I think this is almost like a big gigantic interview where you're really just gathering information. And I really wouldn't even call it a date. I would just call it an information gathering session.
Nah. This is that probation. That's what that is.
Okay, there
You
could be.
first meet somebody. You first meet somebody. Y'all on probation. It just depends on how long it's going. Because we get to the interview. Like, yeah, I'm a hard worker, team player, this, that, and the third. And like that first month, it's like you show up to work on time, and hey, how's everybody going? You're buying everybody coffee, donuts, and you just team player. That 90-day, 1 year probation fall off, man. F all these people in here. You show up when you want to. When you go on lunch, you just go home. You don't come back. Like, whatever. We got a meeting. Y'all got a meeting. I ain't going. Like, nah, that's what we waiting for. We waiting for our probationary period to fall off so we can see who you are for real. Are you the person that you said you were in the interview, or are you not?
And this is what I'm saying. But people get so excited about, what they see while they on this, probationary period. But I think for me, it's a time also to tell what category I'm gonna put you in. Are you gonna go in the friend zone? Are we gonna be kicking it a little bit tighter? Like, what's happening? I think people get too excited in this thing. That's why I don't really like to use the word date. I don't really like to use that word. Like, I forgot. I think I came up with another word. I don't remember what word I came up with. It might come to me while we talking. But I think that this beginning stage is critical. Like, it is very critical that you remain as objective about this person as you possibly can. You have to remain objective. Take my
When you
Go ahead.
when you say objective, what do you mean?
Objective means that I am not emotionally invested yet. It means that I am still logical about what's happening between us. I'm still logical. You
Okay.
know, looking at it from a logical, point of view, and I'm just checking off boxes. Objectivity allows you to stay outside on the outside looking in. When you get emotional, now you in and you can't see the forest for the trees. If he got a hump in his back, you ain't gonna see it. You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You're
That's
gonna
that. That's that. That's that infatuation. Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna dismiss bad behavior. like the movie with Sanaa Lathan. I forgot the name of it, but they had went somewhere and the guy was like admiring the car. He had went inside, I believe, and she was still sitting on the passenger side. Michael Ealy played the part, and he came out and he thought that he was saying something to her, but he was really admiring the car and asking her about the car. He tried to beat the man to a bloody pulp.
I think I remember that movie. I don't know the name of it.
Almost, she had to tell him, listen. She eventually broke it off. You know what I mean? Now,
She
if
broke it
you
off.
were
He ain't break it off.
emotionally involved, you would have felt like, oh, he was defending my honor. He's defending my honor. And that's right, kick his butt, babe. But you know what I mean? So I think that this is the time to stay logical about it, because this is the time where all the red flags are going to be popping up and all the things that you need to be, I'm not all in my desires. I'm not all in, oh, I've been celibate for 12 years. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that has to just be pushed to the side so that you can stay objective about the situation. Is he consistent? Does he contradict himself? If you find him saying one thing and then changing his mind often, it means he's unstable.
Don't worry about it. I got it. Don't worry about it. No, change your mind. That's okay. I'll take care of it.
I don't think these are the qualities that people look for. I think that, they just look for, is he a good provider? Does he have a good job? Does he have money in the bank? What kind of house he live in? What kind of car he lives in? Well, who cares about what kind of house or car he driving, how much money he make? If he whipping your butt every single day. Like, yeah, you live in a nice house, but he making six figures. See, one of the things y'all don't realize, whether you own your own business or whether you work for somebody else, I don't care what it is you do for a living, whether you do it for you, whether you do it for somebody else. When you work hard, like, down here, Texas has some of the most beautiful houses, some of the most beautiful neighborhoods. And I'm talking to my daughter and I'm saying, to maintain this lifestyle, it's a lot of pressure. To maintain a house, car note, insurance. And see, here in Texas, they got 4, 5 cars. They have 3-car garages, have 3 cars in the garage, and 4 cars parked outside of the garage, and 1 on the street. It's a lot of pressure to maintain. It's easy to get stuff. It's like money.
Yeah.
Money is easy to make, and sometimes can be hard to keep. It's a lot of pressure. You got to go to work every day. If you're making 6 or 7 figures working for yourself or working for somebody else, don't think that they're going to just let you come to work and twiddle your thumbs. You're going to be doing a lot of work.
Yes, you are.
You making, okay, if you make 6 figures a year, that's $10,000 a month, right? You think your boss gonna let you come to work at 10,000 and just do what you want to do? No, you're gonna be doing the work of about 5, 6, 7 people, no doubt. So to maintain those houses and to maintain those cars and to maintain all of that stuff, that's a lot of pressure. How does he handle the pressure? How does he handle it? If he is a man that has character, then he's going to know how to handle the pressure. If not, he's going to take out all his frustrations on you. And then now we live in the time of technology. You got people that's coming in that's smarter than him, coming into the job smarter than him. You got, upgraded skills. He might feel like his job is threatened. Is he coming home smacking you, kicking the dog, and throwing the cat up against the wall? You don't even know, because you tripping because he got good qualities. No. We need to know, is he stable?
Mentally? See, that's a big thing.
Mentally, yes. Is he mentally stable? Because some people are not.
No,
You
they're
have a
not.
lot. Well, you have a lot of people. I know that when I was married, my husband was in the Marine Corps, and child women used to be just trying to be flocking because they love a man in a uniform. Especially that Marine Corps has the best uniforms out of all of the military, especially them dress blues. Okay, when he used to come home with them dress blues on, I used to have to be like, back, get back,
Panties, just panties on panties on panties. Yes. Woo.
back.
Good times back then. Good times.
Some of the men in the military is some of the most sociopathic, psychopathic, crazy, mentally disturbed, unstable people that you want to meet. You tripping about the uniform. I ain't tripping about the uniform. I want to know what kind of man is wearing that uniform.
A killer.
Killer.
A whole killer.
What was the guy in Canada? I think he was from Canada. High ranking officer. High ranking officer. I read the book and watched the movie. He was a high ranking officer. He was going around killing women, collecting their underwear, but he would dress up in the underwear first. He would put on the bra and the panties.
I know you're talking about. He wore glasses.
He had more glasses. He was
I know you're talking about.
Canada. He would put on the bra and panties, take pictures in it, and collect the underwear. And he was killing women for years, high ranking, hanging out with presidents and generals and colonels and brigadier generals. And, I mean, he was highfalutin, straight up killer.
David Russell Williams.
But he had great qualities.
Serial rapist, murderer, and former colonel.
Former colonel. He was a colonel. So we can't get caught up because people know how to look good on the outside, but straight rotten.
88 charges.
Yeah. On the inside. I just feel like people don't give relationships enough time. Especially like if you've been by yourself for a long time, you be in a hurry. Slow down.
Nope. Let me tell you. I'm not sure who said it, but when you're by yourself, at first, yes, it's hard. Yes, it's difficult. And if someone comes in within that time period, yeah, you're quick to hop on whoever. But if you've been by yourself for a while, and it's just you checking everybody to come into your space.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to.
Everybody, but if you're in the beginning stage where it's like you want somebody, but you got to work on yourself, and somebody slide in saying all the right things, yeah, you're gonna fall for it. Hold up.
Past relationships. How was his past relationships? Were they stable? Were they happy? Because they show a pattern of behavior. How many unsuccessful relationships does he have, including family? Family is included in those past relationships too. Now, this might sound real messed up, but I don't really care. I don't deal with divorced men.
All right, well, there's
that. I don't. Because it's just like, I remember my friend, she was thinking about getting married to this guy. And so she was like, oh, he's divorced. I said, you need to talk to his ex-wife. I ain't talking to his ex-wife. You should. I would. I would want to talk to her.
That's a slippery slope.
This is a life-changing, forever commitment, forever for the rest of my life.
I mean, again, I get what you're coming from.
You're being vetted. When you work for the government, if you go in the government over a GS9, I believe, when you get into the double digits, when you go in for a 10, 11, 12, any double digits, that's why most of the time people go in at a 9. The vetting process is so rigorous. They're gonna not only talk to, I'm trying to think what other professions you get in where they come in and they talk to your neighbors, they talk to past relationships.
Federal government, CIA, things of that nature.
You're
They
being
want to see what kind of person
vetted.
you're.
You're being vetted. And when you're vetted, you need to talk to as many people that he's had in a relationship with, period. Even if you don't want to talk to the ex-wife, and you see that, you start to see it more now, not with really the ex-wives, but a lot of the ex-girlfriends are getting together and comparing notes. Girl, don't do it,
One,
girl. Don't do it,
one.
girl.
I mean, granted, that's coming off of the basis of them actually telling the truth. Because generally, when you talk to one person, it's like they're going to say everything that the other person did wrong. Oh, he didn't do this, and he didn't do that, and he didn't do this. And of course, women can relate to women. So,
But the thing is that we vet a lot of things. When you go rent an apartment, buy a house, that's what your credit is, a vetting process. Did he pay his did they pay their bills in the past? Did they run into financial problem? We just trying to
yeah,
figure
but
out what the is.
those are unbiased checks and balances. Did you pay your bill on time? No. After 30 days,
What
okay, here we go.
reason do they have the lot? What reason do they have the lot?
Uh, Bitterness. We can definitely go there because there's a lot of women out there that don't want you with the next person because they still want you themselves.
Okay,
That,
so even if you
and
don't
that's
talk
on and that's on and that's
even
on
if
and that's
you
on both
don't
sides.
talk to even if you don't talk to the ex, even if why is he divorced? I always ask men, why are you divorced? You made a commitment until death do you part. Who died? Did she die? Why are you divorced? Why did the relationship not continue until death do you part?
That
Sickness
can be a number of things. That's the part is not the end all. Well, it is actually the end all be all. Whatever. But but that's not the only thing. You know, cheating is a thing, and what's it? Irreconcilable differences is a thing. And
No,
sometimes, this is
irreconcilable
just a
differences is not a thing. That's not
yes,
a
it is because you can actually go to court and get divorced for irreconcilable differences. Y'all don't agree. That
well.
is the thing.
That's the court system, but
It's still a thing. I mean, it might not be a thing for you under your process, but we don't. And not to mention, some people grow apart. My choice for you today might not be my choice for you tomorrow because we've grown
that
apart.
is not what you committed to. Don't make me go
Again,
pull out my
things
business
change.
manual.
You
No,
can pull out the manual, but in the way
it's
of
not
the world
about
and how things
changing.
work and how relationships work, people grow apart.
It didn't say till
That's
we
it.
grow. It didn't say till we grow apart.
Well, everything you're saying right now don't matter because in the court system, that's how things work. Irreconcilable differences is a thing. You don't have to cheat. Hell, if she can't have kids, y'all can get divorced. If he can't have kids, divorce. If someone is mentally unstable, schizophrenic or bipolar, and that's been proven by a doctor, divorce. Like those are things.
It just goes to show, depending on what umbrella that you're under. What I believe what the word of God says, and the word of God says, till death do you part. And you made a commitment till death do you part, not to if they have you needed to vet them to see if they had mental issues before. That's not a reason to get divorced because they bipolar and they got mental issues.
Yes. I don't know who I'm with today.
That's why this is
You got
important.
17 alter egos. It's just one of me. I can't deal with that right now. Who am I talking to today? One day is Trina, the next day is Eve. I don't know.
Which
Take all
which
of it.
segues into the next one. Personality. What is his or her general demeanor? Do they get angry with staff in restaurants? Is he sarcastic with others? This type of behavior can indicate inner unhappiness and anger that can something. I don't know what I wanted to
Man,
say.
man, that angry at restaurant staff. That's a huge red flag because your server, in most cases, is really not in charge of a bunch of stuff. So if your food come out incorrect and it was the cook's fault, it's not the server's fault. But I worked in restaurants before, so I know all this. And it's like, how do you treat people who you can't benefit from? I don't think you might not have that up there.
No.
Like, are you like Jill? Like, if it's a homeless person asking for change, taking a cup, why are you mad at them? Yeah, so that definitely says a lot.
I just seen that side of a person. The lady was outside of Panda Express. Me and my friend, we were going to the Panda. Well, actually, I was going to the Panda Express, and she asked for some change or whatever. See, and here in Texas, like it's like everybody gives to their own kind. That's what it just kind of seems like to me, you know. So she was an African American lady, and I forgot what I think I had. I don't know what I had on or whatever. She's giving me a compliment or something, whatever. And I didn't have any dollars or any change or anything on me, so I was like, give me something to give her. He said, "Oh no, 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 I ain't giving her nothing. I'm not giving her nothing." I was like, "Oh my God, like, why would you? How could you walk past a woman, a homeless woman, she had her books and stuff with her. She was taking notes and everything. And it was just a side of him that I had never seen. I mean, we're not in a romantic relationship or anything, but he is, somebody who I consider a friend. And I would not expect for my friends to treat anybody like that. And so he was
Let
like,
me let me
I'll just go to the car and I'll give her some change. But when we got to the car, he never went back and, gave her any change. So I was like, well, are you going to go back and give her the change? Or somebody else to get it? Somebody else to take care of it. And I was like, and now this man stay in church because he plays the keyboard. And I'll be like, for somebody that go to church as much as you do, I can't wait to talk to your pastor because you a heathen. You just go to church to play the keyboard and make money and get paid because you ain't learning nothing. You just as stingy as
uh,
something. How can you walk past this woman and not give her nothing? And
I can tell you. I can tell you. I can tell you. Okay,
okay,
one, that's just who he is.
that's who
If
he
you
is.
guys were in some sort of romantic something, he would have done it to impress you. But because he knows, all right, I'm just in friend zone, you put him in friend zone or whatever the case may be. Either way, we friends. And it's like, all right, so I'm going to naturally be who I am. So yeah, I'm not earning no money.
That's why I friend
Yeah.
zone everybody. That's the reason why I friend zone everybody. Because I know if you put a man in the friend zone, he gonna be his true self. He gonna let you see his true self.
And
He's going
that's
to allow
exactly
you
what
to
it was. He had never had any intent on giving her anything
nothing,
at all.
nothing, not a thing. And it
Hell,
was so, and he was nasty about it. And we were like going back and forth about it as we were walking to the car, and she just was watching us, like she was watching us, and I just kind of felt like on Judgment Day, God gonna roll this day back on you. And I didn't have nothing. Like, and when we got in the car, like he pulled off so fast, like it was like, I don't know, it was strange. It was like I had never seen anybody react that way to a homeless person. She's a woman.
she could have hit me.
I
He
was
could have
like,
bought her some Power Express.
you could have just bought a soda or something out the Panda Express and got some change and gave her like $10 or $20 or five
He could
twenty
have bought her
dollars.
Panda Express.
He could have bought her some Panda Express. No, he had an attitude about it too. And I felt really bad. Does he have good morals and values? Is he kind to animals, children? Is he respectful and empathetic where others are concerned? Does he take into consideration your feelings and needs? I really want to talk about this children piece, major,
Mm. That's
because
huge.
it takes an incredible man to genuinely take care of a child that doesn't belong to him. It takes an incredible man to do that. Most men will never tell you deep down inside they really don't want to take care of somebody else's child. That child don't belong to them. This is why I never did a blended family. This is why I knew once my
Ooh.
marriage was
Oh.
over, I knew that I do not have the type of tolerance. I do not have the kind of personality
Man.
for you to be coming in here thinking you're going to chastise my child. Nope, 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 nope. I knew I wasn't going to be able to blend.
It's not
Now,
even
I
that.
can love your children and treat them like my own with no problem. I can do that with
Oh, I had a blended family. Man, it was rough. It was rough because you try to love them as you love your own, but of course, loving your own just comes natural. I'm sitting on the couch, me and my daughter, we sitting there chilling, watching TV, whatever. And you look over, and it's like you get the look of death because your daddy don't do this with you. That ain't my fault. If you want a hug, come get a hug. And then it was like, the divisions, like, would you treat them better than you treat us? But then on the other hand, you don't want to be bothered because I ain't your daddy. So that blended family, that's it's rough.
I didn't
Rough.
even bother to try because I knew I wasn't gonna go for it. I told my fiance, them three right there, don't even worry about them three. They already got a daddy. I'm not looking for a new daddy for them. And yes, no, don't even worry about it. Okay. So I
Hmm.
knew I wasn't going to be able to, because the first time you would have been trying to chastise and spank and hit, the relationship would have been over, done, bad. Either you leaving or I'm leaving or somebody. Animals, I don't have animals. I don't have no time for no
I
animals.
mean, again, animals, I don't want to compare animals to children, but they're both things and people that rely on someone else. Your children rely on you to take care of them. And same thing with animals. They rely on you to take care of them. So it's like when they're
I think that the animals and the children kind of show you a different side of a person. You know,
absolutely, yes.
we trying to get on the inside. We trying to, not just look at these good qualities on the outside that people have and can be fooled by. We want him to be a good man or we want her to be a good woman through and through. So I think that, when people deal with animals and children, it kind of can show you if he kicking cats and slinging dogs over fences, yeah, he not somebody that you want to be, bothered with. And I have issues when it comes like to children. I grew up seeing too many children be abused and beat up, and I done heard too many stories about people being molested and all of that. When it comes to children, I don't play no games. When it comes to children, my children, your children, I'm the protector of all children. Okay, I do not believe in messing with children. Period. Okay, so I'm not even going to put myself in a position where I, have to trust you with my child, and then I done miss something in your personality, and then you do something to my child, then I'm gonna be in jail. Then my child gonna be taken by the state. So I didn't never even want to put myself in that position. I can't stand when I see people in relationships, blended family, and the man be just dogging the girl's kids because they don't like the kid, and she just be going along with it because she ain't got no self-esteem, she ain't got no confidence, she want to hold on to the man, so she don't even care. Because that's what happened with that story with that boy. What's his name? Gerald, somebody, little boy. The mother the boyfriend was they starved that little boy. They put him in some type of chest or something
They put him in the chest in the closet or something like that.
in the closet, yeah. And
Yeah, yeah, I vaguely remember that.
yeah, and the social workers, those social workers, they keep them so overworked and so tired, child. They don't see nothing. And they literally killed that little boy. That wasn't his child. I don't believe it was his child. It was her child. So you got women, and I've seen this growing up in the hood so many times. It's sickening how women would just allow a man to come into her life and just treat her child like trash, and she won't say nothing because she want to hold on to that man, hold on to that relationship. I don't have no respect for a woman. First of all, she's not even a woman. That's a female that haven't grown into a woman yet, that will just let you just mistreat their child. No, no, no. I am not going to allow anybody. I ain't going to be around nobody mistreating a child. I don't care. Matter of fact, I was in a supermarket one time and put a lady in check. Because I used to work for social services, and and I also used to be
Casa.
a CASA. So we have to report those type of things. We can't see you abusing children and mistreating children and not report it. Because if we don't report it, we get in trouble. We become an accomplice, actually, to the neglect, to the abuse, to the mistreatment. And so even if I wasn't a CASA, I am not going to sit and let nobody mistreat a child. Nothing does damage. Nothing is worse than when a child is abused, especially when they're molested. It changes them on a level that you would never believe. It changes them, period. And it is too much of that that's going on. So I knew I could not have no all these men around my boys or girls, because they mess with boys too these days.
Try it if you want to.
Boys used to be off limits. Now they mess with boys and stuff too. So I knew it's just gonna be me and my children until they get older. Then if I decide to be with somebody, then I will. But when it comes to children, I don't play. So does he have good morals? Does he have values? Like, how does he treat children and animals? Does he take your feelings and needs into consideration? These are all things that, we just got to stop looking at just good qualities. It's just an oxymoron for you to tell your daughter somebody is good, but yet they cheating on another woman to be with you. Come on, stop.
No, that's that older generation. That was the way of thinking back then. It's like get you a good man, and that good man consists of going to work, having a job, and having something going for himself, not necessarily the character of that person. Because even if they getting beat, just keep your mouth shut. You know, don't what happens in that household. You got to respect that man. You got to do this and that. It's like it was the way of thinking back then that's getting passed down, and it should be more defined.
This is a major one too. His friends. What kind of friends does he
Ooh. Hoes.
have? Birds of a feather flock together.
But it was that one guy, and this is recently. Um, he put his friend in check, and they was getting on him because the friend had just recently got married. They had went to the bar, and he was hitting on girls, and he literally was like, "Hey, nah, go sit in the car, go do whatever." Which is the type of people you need. I mean, they generally say if once you get married, you're not supposed to be hanging around your single friends. So no, you should just have more self control.
I mean, yeah. But if you hang around your single friends, you're gonna do single things.
You better live vicariously through them. Keep your damn mouth shut. You said I do
But
to
the
somebody.
thing is
Go do
too,
that.
you gotta be concerned about them married friends too, because a lot of them married friends are swingers. A lot of times the married couples be together and you be friends with them, and then you find out they want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
When I
it
was
just,
married, I've been approached.
yeah.
I know all about the upside down pineapple. No.
I just think that people, oh Lord have mercy. I just think that people, I think that people get bored in relationships. That's what I think. I think they just get bored. I think that once it,
Comfortable?
yeah, it's like an old house. Once it settles in, like an old comfortable shoe, you know what I mean? You want to go
Mhm.
get you another one, cause this one here, you used to it. But if
Nah.
the type of friends they have is very important.
No,
Yeah.
it's very, very important.
If it was people, Tab and her husband Chance just came on and had this question about she doesn't allow her husband to have female friends. I ain't got time to be trying to pick nobody's friends. Child, please. Whatever.
No, because again, you giving me a list of stuff I can't do. I'm only going to do it if it's in my heart to do it. I'm gonna do it. I
If
can't
it's
have
in
female
your
friends like,
mind,
hey,
don't
listen,
do it.
we could be cool, but my wife can't know about you because she crazy or she out there. So you put one up on game, and it's like, okay, it just is what it is. Yeah,
And
no,
I've had guys like that, and I'll be like, nope. If you and I we gonna be friends, you gonna have to introduce me to your wife. If they are
the
married,
proper way.
I don't associate with married men without knowing who their wives are. Their wives
And
have to
no, and which is how it should be.
we don't play them types of games. So because the thing is that he's gonna have female friends anyway. You just won't know about it.
Exactly.
At least if you have female friends, you'll know about it. You will know. You'll know whether he slept with that person or not. You'll know whether they messing around or not. You'll know. But if you don't never know, you be like, oh no, you can't have no friends because you are insecure. And see, that's what I mean. In relationships, people are not trying to be individuals. They trying to control other people.
Because they hurt. So you're trying to put up this boundary around other people that doesn't necessarily exist because they're gonna do whatever they want to do anyway.
A relationship is supposed to, I believe relationships are supposed to enhance. You know, it's supposed to me do a few things. It's supposed to strengthen my strengths and then help me with my weaknesses. So that means that where I'm weak, you're strong. And where you're weak, I'm strong. So that's gonna make us stronger in those areas that we're weak in.
We ain't gonna
The,
talk about servitude.
the
We ain't gonna
areas
talk
that
about the
I'm
reason why we
strong,
got into the relationship in the first place.
what happened?
I said we ain't gonna talk about the reason why we got into the relationship in the first place.
Talk about
Servitude.
it.
No,
Talk
I'm
about
just saying that it's a servitude because generally when you get into a relationship, it's not necessarily for you. It's for the other person. I got you, you got me. But it's really more nowadays. It's really I'm getting in it because there is something I can benefit from it, like something I can take from it, which isn't right.
Well, the purpose of the relationship or the marriage really is about the vision because you have to really be tapped in. That's why marriage is spiritual. That's why that other stuff doesn't apply. Irreconcilable differences and schizophrenia and all that doesn't apply. You're supposed to vet the relationship and marry someone that can help you with whatever vision. Your visions are supposed to be similar, your missions are supposed to be similar. Those you're supposed to be pretty much kind of going in the same direction, trying to build the same thing because you understand that marriage, there's a mandate that's attached to the marriage. And so people are not looking at it because they don't really know what the purpose of marriage is. So they don't understand that this is a very important part right here. This vetting process is very important. And we can't just be looking at they got good qualities. They gotta have more than good qualities. They have to be in it for the long game,
Hmm.
not just the short game. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be in it for the long haul. And if they got bad friends, you know what I mean? It's like in business, who you associate with is everything in business. It is everything. You will get blackballed in business so quick if you come in there being negative, if you got the wrong mindset, if you
Mm-hmm.
vision ain't right, if you're not going in the direction that the people going in that you're trying to cut, they will cut you out so quick because you're interfering with the money flow. You're interfering with what it is that we're trying to build because you should come together because you want to build something, with that person, not because of all these superficial reasons. You know what I mean? All these superficial reasons. And so nobody told me this when I was younger. And I said this too. I said if I ever get married again, I will not get married for love. And then I saw a thing with Miles Monroe, and he's talking about you shouldn't marry for love. I said, I know that's right, Miles. He
Because
was saying
love ain't enough.
it's not. It's
Love is not enough.
love is like the glue that keeps the trust, the respect, the foundational things. You're supposed to have wisdom, understanding, knowledge, and that's what you're collecting when you're in that first phases. You're collecting a lot of knowledge. You're getting a lot of knowledge. You're getting a lot of information about that other person, and you're trying to really decide, like, do I want to be with this person? Are they checking all the boxes or whatever? But it's not looked at it that way because if you marry somebody because they got good qualities, they could definitely turn out to be the devil real easy. Real easy.
Hmm.
Real easy. So you like my haircut? I got my haircut again. I got all my hair shaved all the way off. All the way off. You know what? We went to Prayer Mountain and I knew it was going to be life changing. And it was life changing. It really was. I have to tell you about it. It was really deep. It was really deep. It was definitely life changing. Definitely. So, but honey, coming back home, oh my goodness, it was a storm. It was raining so hard. I tell you, we couldn't see nothing. Even my car was like, I can't see. My car was like, something message came up, basically translation. I can't see nothing. I can't see. In Texas, you gotta be careful where you pull over at because
The 18 wheelers out there too.
yeah, and not only that, it's flooding. You'll pull over somewhere to wait, and next thing you know, you swimming. I was so happy to see Houston because we were in Dallas. Our Prayer Mountain is in Dallas. I was so happy to see Houston. Child, Houston was bone dry. But honey child, it was sunshine when we got there. But by the time we got down off that mountain, and I was so glad I had stopped because they built another Bucky's. Because first it's a Bucky's like about 30, about 45 minutes, about 40 minutes out. And then as when you get to Dallas, they built a bigger one. So coming back, you hit that one first. So I was so glad I filled up the tank. But then it's nothing out there. It's like nothing. So we stopped at like a Chick-fil-A at like exit 129. We didn't see another exit to 189. Who does that? Where they do that at?
Texas.
I said, man, I'm so glad we got a full tank of gas. Fifi said I can't see, but anyway. So we got one more. So support when life is challenging, you need someone to lean on. Is he there for you? Does he help you out? Does he run for the hills? If you're important to him, a man will find the time to help you. Woo, child.
And when he does help you, you won't hear about it when he's upset.
See, I didn't have support. I didn't have support in my relationship. because that person wanted to provide everything, and then you find out that it's control. When somebody don't want you to work, when somebody don't want you to go to school, when somebody doesn't want you to do anything, it seems like it's like, oh, it's so sweet. Oh, he want to take care of me. No, that's control. He should be able to support your dreams. Nobody has the right to take away your dreams. Nobody has the right to take away your identity. You should have an identity, and no matter what relationship you're in, you should have a voice. Nobody should be able to take away your voice. I was
Nope.
watching the Brat and Judy, and it's a girl that works for Judy, and her husband. I think they relocated, and the son is having a hard time in school, and they called her up, and the husband was like, "You're gonna have to quit your job. You're gonna have to leave your job." Now she worked for Judy. Judy is a multi-millionaire. You know she ain't paying the woman no little bit of money because it looked like she has her over operation. And it ain't no little operation. This is a lot of moving pieces. You know what I mean? And business, period. A lot of moving pieces. So now she has to quit her job. I was like, oh God, I'm not ever getting married because I cannot do that. I did that already. Put your dreams and all your stuff on the back burner. Now the husband having a hard time. You ain't making no money. The woman let her keep her job. He not even supporting her. And she's so upset, and Judy upset, and Brad upset, and everybody crying because the woman got to quit her job. Let me tell y'all something. Men don't do that for you. They don't. A man is not gonna leave his job. I don't care if you making $1 million. That man ain't leaving his job. Women sacrifice and give up way too much. No, 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 no. Girl, keep your job, girl. I would not
Yeah,
quit my.
no. I mean, if you, I don't know, it's a slippery slope. It's one thing.
It ain't slippery.
It is. It is. I mean, your experience is different. Not they're not all like that. Where it's a controlling thing. Because some men actually do want to take care of you. But if it comes to the thing where I have to argue with you or literally go back, if you have a dream, he should be in support of that dream, even if it's like, hey, I'm here in Maryland, you there in Texas. We'll find time. We'll make time.
I
The
forgot what he
relationship is
does.
important. Yes.
Whatever it is that he's doing when he relocated, it didn't work out for him. Like it's not working out for him, but it's working out for her. I think they came from Louisiana or something. But honey, she is upset about it. So the last one before we close out, and to me this is major emotional capacity. Can he discuss his feelings? Is he interested in you in your life? It could be said that a man who avoids talking about feelings may be emotionally unavailable. This is major. This is a lot of men, a lot of them.
Let's go a tad bit further. Is he allowed to talk about his feelings? And does he know how to talk about his feelings? Is he able to articulate that? Because
I
that's
mean,
also a major thing too.
it is a major thing. It is major. It's very major. A lot of men can't. That's why this experience. When I went up to the mountain, it turned out to be something else because what it was that I had it's some things that I had to face that I didn't realize. That was really, that was really there. In your quest to accomplish things, there's a certain level of spiritual work or soul work, that you have to do. And you have to be able to face and sit in how you feel about a thing. And it's not always an easy thing. It's never an easy thing, but you'll be better because of it. You know what I mean? So if you don't have anything to add, Dante, go ahead and close us out.
No, that
I
is
hope
it.
you guys enjoyed this show. I hope it helps you, give you something to think about.
Yes. Qualities and character. Qualities, of course, is what a person shows, what you see on the outside, what shows up. Character will be there long after qualities fade away.
Right.
Is his character intact? What does his character say? Because the character is, it goes to, it's about what people can't do for you. How are you going to react to them? The homeless person, the server, children, animals, people who depend on you. How do you treat them? Especially when no one's looking, because that's the major thing. Your child coming to you saying he taught that, he talking to you any kind of way. Oh no, we got a problem. So character and qualities. The character over qualities.
Character over qualities. Boom. I like that, Dante. Character over qualities. Character over qualities. So that's the show, guys. We'll see you guys next week. Like and
All
share.
right.